Hi, my name is Betsy and I'm one of the occupational therapists at Anova. And thanks so much for partnering with us to become a sensory-friendly restaurant. This is the sensory kit that we sent over to you. It has a few different things in it that will help the kids that are coming to your restaurant that have a hard time with sensory processing differences. They'll have a hard time with being in an environment where there's a lot of noise. Also when there's a lot of kids moving around or waitresses and waiters moving around, that they just have a hard time being that overstimulated. And so the things in this kit can help them reduce some of that stimulation so that their families can enjoy a night out to dinner. Some of the things that are in here include this weighted lap belt or weighted lap blanket. It looks different than the one that you'll have because the one that we're sending over to you, you guys can sanitize so that they're clean for different families to use. So these weighted blankets are heavy, and so they just kind of ground you and help the kids to stay in their chair instead of getting up and running around the restaurant and ruining their parents' meal. Other things that are in here are headphones. The headphones have covers that go over them, so they'll be clean for different kids to use. But these will probably be one of the things that the families will use the most because for the most part, kids that are on this autistic spectrum just don't like to be in the restaurants because they are just way too loud for them. So these headphones will be great for them. They are not noise eliminating, but noise reducing so that they can still have a conversation at the table, but it just weeds out some of that, that noise that's too loud for them in the background. Other things that are in here are various fidgets, things that they can squeeze, things that they can play with. Other things are in here that are, these are kind of little Legos that these can go together, but they're also squishy that they can squeeze them, so they're great for fidgeting with. This one is another fidget, same with this. So these are just various things to keep their hands busy, to keep them kind of preoccupied until their food comes. There's a stick in here, and this has some Velcro on it. So this is also a nice fidget for them to be able to pull apart and push back together. Also, some kids just like to feel different textures, and so part of the Velcro is really soft, so some kids just want to just play with that or rub that, and this one is really rough, and some kids might find that more appealing. So this can be used a couple different ways. Other thing that's okay, so there's a couple more things in here. One of them is actually a fidget that is visual because a lot of kids that are on the autism spectrum enjoy visual stimulation. And so this one is a timer that has the color going through the liquid, and they'll just put that on the table, and some kids will just be really fascinated with this, and it can be, again, a great distraction, either when you're waiting for your meal, after the kids have finished eating, when everyone else is still eating, so that one can be a great one for kids that are visually stimulated. And the last thing that's in here is a checklist. And this really just helps the kids have some ownership over how they're feeling, and also will help with communication if they have some lower communication, and they can move this up and down. So it starts down here with feeling happy. This is that they are feeling okay, they're still doing all right in the restaurant. This up here is that they're either too excited or that they are too worried. And then family really needs to know then we need to try some other things in the sensory bin. Maybe they can take them for a quick walk. But this is letting the kid have some ownership over communicating where they're feeling. And then this is, hey, I gotta get out of here. So this can be really helpful too, especially with kids that have lower communication. So that's everything that is in the sensory bin. Thanks so much for being a partner with Anova on this. We hope that it helps a lot of families in the community, and we think it's great that you've become a sensory-friendly restaurant.